Today I'm going to answer Alex Day's YouTube survey, because after making my risky I'm not sure if people are going to like this last video, I just feel like doing a nice safe vlog. Although on the subject of my last video, message received, do not criticise own work. I got a few comments with points about the main video, but the vast majority of them told me that the worst thing I did was tell you that I didn't like it myself. It won't happen again. I was 17 and my girlfriend at the time was 16. She was in the year below me, so I'd never spoken to her before this age, but because the final 2 years in Scottish secondary schools get kind of mashed together, we ended up in the same sciencey classes. She informed me one day that she could play bass guitar, and it just so happened that my band was in need of someone who could play bass guitar. Incidentally, inviting her into your band is possibly one of the cooler ways to sneak your way into a girl's life. After this had been going on for a while, I abruptly asked her out at the end of a chemistry period, to which she shrugged and said, okay. But despite her lacklustre reply, I was over the moon about this. I couldn't stop talking about it. I was so excited. However, later that day I received a phone call from her in which she said, and I'm paraphrasing, "So I've spoken to my mum about this and she said it didn't sound like a very good idea, so let's not bother, okay?" Well, the next day I was mopey as could be. Everyone was asking me what was wrong and I wouldn't give them 2 words because so great was my mope that I had reverted to the emotional mindset of a 14-year-old. But then she came over to me during lunch and asked me out the same way I'd asked her, and it was all lovely and we hugged. Yes, that was not the story of my first kiss, that had absolutely nothing to do with it, but the thing is that first kiss stories tend to attract tragic hilarity and mine is disappointingly lacking in that respect. We went to the cinema, took a night and walk along the waterfront and started kissing. I was surprised by how pleasant it was. It was freezing outside, but we kept at it for like half an hour. I am not a big purchaser of clothes. I mean, this top is like 6 years old and it still works. Probably the most expensive item of casual clothing I've ever bought was a t-shirt for my girlfriend at the time. This is neither the aforementioned first girlfriend nor the current one that appeared ever so briefly in my last video. There have been 3 and this is the in-betweeny one. The t-shirt was merchandise from this huge forum called Gaia Online, and if you haven't heard of it, you're probably better for it because it is just a pointless money sink. Because I had to get it shipped from the US, the t-shirt cost like $20, which seems like a lot for a t-shirt. For the majority of my childhood, I really wanted to be a video game maker, as if there were always this one person who made the entirety of a game. You might think that was why I tried to get a degree in computing science, but nah, it just seemed like the thing I was most likely to succeed at getting a degree in, which I still feel is the case. It just still wasn't likely enough. I had a pretty abrasive personality for much of my time at school, and while there were a number of my peers with whom I had perfectly amicable relations, I had relatively few friends. This situation changed drastically in the final year when there were only like 25 of us left. We talked, we played pool and air hockey, and sometimes the PS2, it was great! And yes, our common room was fancy enough to have an air hockey table, 2 pool tables, a television set and a PlayStation 2. It pays to have your school rent out its common room as a youth club venue. We even got free sweets when the stuff they sold there went out of date. But anyway, I'm getting off track. What I'm trying to say is that having that fantastic area exclusively for us bound us to each other in a way that nothing else had. But in the end, I left the way I came, with a ton of amicable relationships and a handful of really good friends. But question 4 ended on such an endy note. Oh well, I've never been much bothered about a girl's name. I quite like Catherine, but for a boy I have forever been enamoured with the name Tristan. Unfortunately, as you may expect, no girlfriend has ever been behind me on this. Guess I'll just have to keep looking, eh? I would absolutely love for Skeleton Hopscotch to do this survey because he hasn't made a video in absolutely forever. This is a very easy thing to do and I think he can make a really, really funny video out of it. So I am tagging Skeleton Hopscotch. Tag? Is that what this is? This a vlog tag game? Because I was never around for vlog tag games, so if this is a vlog tag game, then I'm quite excited. I mean, I know I wasn't tagged or anything, but the fact that I can tag someone, that's... Ooh, I like that. Goodbye. That was supposed to be more triumphant.